We do have somebody who is completely new to One World Club. We always like to welcome newcomers, and I'm especially excited because this is a poet, and I have a great love of poetry and always have done. So we're very pleased to welcome here this evening to read you some of her own poetry, Sara Basra.
The light's in my eye, sorry. I am not a diagnosis, I am a declaration. I'm not a checkbox on your clipboard. I am not your pity or your project. I am not a label you learned in a 2-hour training session. I am a lifetime. I am synapse and soul. I am the girl who read feelings before words, who decoded danger in tone and made safety out of silence. I am sensory, sacred, still standing. You see autism, I see pattern. You see disorder, I see design. You see disruption, I see divine interruption. A mind made differently, not defectively. You gave me a file, I gave you a revelation. I am not a DSM number. I am not the problem in your policy meeting. I am not your failed education plan, too complex to engage. You're maybe, she's too difficult. I am not difficult, I am different. And difference is not a diagnosis, it's a doorway. So let me walk through it. I am a declaration of survival, of sacred resistance, of creativity unchained. I am a poem still writing itself. I am a storm that learned to speak softly. I am a cathedral made of crooked beams and holy echoes. I don't need to be fixed, I need to be heard. I am not a diagnosis, I am a declaration, and I'm not done speaking yet. Thank you. This poem, this is for every person who's ever had to shrink, mask or mute themselves to survive. Because sometimes what the world calls normal is the most soul-damaging thing of all. And this is why I don't want to be normal. Why I don't want to be normal. Because normal never saved me. Because normal was the mask I wore until my face disappeared. The performance I perfected whilst my soul starved quietly backstage. Because normal meant hiding, biting my tongue, folding my feelings, numbing my joy so I wouldn't overwhelm anybody. Because normal never asked, are you okay? It asked, can you make others more comfortable? Because normal never noticed the genius in my patterns, the power in my pacing, the holiness in my breakdowns. Because normal called my art weird, my honesty rude and my silence a threat. Because normal told me to pick a lane, girl or ghost, good or gone, seen or silent. Because normal never made room for the sacred. I don't want to be normal. I want to be true. True to the girl who talks to birds and God. True to the woman who weeps in colour and writes in thunder. I want to be the kind of different that sets people free. So no, you can keep your normal. I was never made for cages. I am not palatable. I am prophetic. I am not less. I am luminous. I don't want to be normal. I want to be me. Thank you. And this is my final poem, and it's called To the Ones Who Feel Too Much. This one's for the deep feelers, the ones who cry at music, who flinch at cruelty, who notice everything. Not because you're weak, but because you are more awake than most. This is the one who feels too much. You with the trembling hands and the open heart, I see you. You feel everything before it has a name. You walk into rooms and you pick up on pain like it's perfume. Lingering, invisible, inescapable. They told you to toughen up, but I'm here to tell you, your softness is strength. You're not broken for caring too deeply, for crying at music, for noticing when someone's smile doesn't quite reach their eyes. You're not too much, you're awake. The world calls it sensitive, God calls it gifted. You feel, so others don't have to. You carry the weight so others can rest. But hear me now, you don't have to carry everything. You are allowed to lay it down. You are allowed to be held. You are not weak. You are wired for wonder. So when it hurts, feel it. But don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to rest. Don't forget you're not alone. You're not too much. You are just enough to change everything. Thank you.
I don't know, I'm speechless. That so moved me, those poems so moved me. Particularly that last one really touched my heart. And I think you probably all understand why we wanted to include Sara and her poetry here today, because we celebrate here all kinds of diversity. So ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it again for Sara.